Hello, my name is Bella. Welcome to my peaceful Minecraft ASMR world. I hope you enjoy. Welcome in to another day in our little wintry world, spruce forest base area. I have some fun stuff planned today. So today I want to work on a little project that I have been working on. It's kind of a secret project right now, but it will show up in a future video. So not secret for long, but secret for now. And today I want to spend some time gathering resources for this project. Wow. Okay, hello rain. And I guess we're going to be doing that with some rain in the background. So I have a few things that I want to be gathering and working on today. So we're just going to hang out around the base and gather some of this stuff that I want to gather. We've had this wheat and pumpkin farm going for kind of a while, and I haven't really done much with it yet. But we did finally get a little sheep farm. So I'm going to gather up some wheat and go say hi to our little sheep over there. And I don't know that I need pumpkins for anything right now, but it doesn't hurt to just gather them while we're here. It's really satisfying having this whole entire row of pumpkins and being able to just gather all of them sort of in a row. Okay. Hello sheep, I have a snack for you. Now we've got a few baby sheep, and we'll check back in on these sheep every now and then, but for now I think they just need a little time to grow up and, do their thing over there. And I'm going to put away those extra pumpkins that we grabbed, and it looks like we're kind of running out of space for these wheat seeds. We're definitely getting a lot more wheat seeds than we really need, so I'm not quite sure what we'll do with those just yet, but I guess we can hold on to them for now, and then when we get to have more than we need, we can sort of toss some of them out. Let's hop in here to gather this wheat. The sheep look a little bit silly after we shear them, but they grow back their wool coats very quickly. So one of of the things that I want to be doing for my secret project is gathering more or creating more sheep, basically, growing the sheep farm. So we'll check back in on the sheep every now and then. And then another thing that I want to do is get more copper bars, or copper ingots rather, and eventually create more copper cubes. So I think right now it looks like we have all of the copper up here for the most part. We have already smelted, so I think we'll want to go down into the cave pretty soon. And there's some other things down in the cave that I'd like to get as well. So we can leave this kind of rainy day up here behind us and head down into our little cave base. We haven't been down in the cave much recently, so it'll be nice to see what we've got going on down here. Not too long ago, we made this really big staircase so that you can easily get down into the cave. We still have kind of one spot to make a little bit safer over here. Wow. I think the last time I played and was down here, I dug out more of this space so that it would be like axolotl friendly, but I was waiting to put axolotl in this pond until I knew like what they ate and until I was sure that they would survive okay here. But it looks like some axolotl have just spawned on their own, so I think we did a good job of making a nice little axolotl pond because they're just already here. I did find out that they eat tropical fish. So in order to feed them, you can get like a bucket of tropical fish, which I sort of feel a little bit bad doing, but we might do that because I just love the axolotl and I wouldn't mind having a little axolotl pool not too far from base. But we are here for checking on copper. So we do have quite a bit down here. I think I'm going to actually, maybe we can just work on smelting the copper down here, because there are some other things that I want to gather down here anyways. So I think it would be okay to kind of stay down here for a bit. Also, I wonder, let's take our little bucket of axolotl and reunite it with its friends. I wonder if you can create a bucket of fish. I wish you could just craft it, but you might have to actually catch it that way. So that might be something that we do maybe in the future. So another thing that I wanted to work on was, let's see, I think I have the tools I need. I want to gather more moss, but in order to do that, we sort of have to, we can sort of like create more moss. It's not exactly creating it, because it sort of consumes other blocks to get moss, but it's sort of like creating it. So I want to go to an area where we can create and grab more moss without like disturbing something else that we have been working on, or like an area I'd like to keep. So maybe this spot around here is okay. We're not really doing anything over here, and seems like there's a good amount of rock over here. So I think what I need to do, first I'm going to gather up a lot of the moss that's already growing here, but not all of it. Also, let's get a little torch in this area. That'll help. And then, I think, let's test it out here. There. So then when we put bone meal on a, what is this called? On a moss block, it turns all of the nearby rock blocks into moss. And then we can kind of just keep doing that. Also, what's nice, I was doing a little bit of research on this, and you do get, so you can create more bone meal by putting moss in a composter, which is a machine that we have actually back in our little base area in the, down here in the cave. So we can create more. And the act of like using the using the bone meal, it creates more moss blocks than it takes to create bone meal, I think, from what I saw. So actually I wanted that to, let's put one there again. So we can sort of keep doing this where we use the bone meal to generate more moss blocks, and then use the moss blocks to generate more bone meal, but we will like remain positive in moss blocks. I hope that made sense. I do need a hoe tool to get more of the moss blocks, and ours just broke, so I'm just going to mine some of these resources here because why not? And now let's head back and make another tool. I'm not sure exactly how much, like how many moss blocks I want to gather, but maybe a few stacks would be good. Okay, nice. Our copper is just doing its thing. No, I should be okay without it actually. So let's grab a few iron ingots and let's see. Uh-oh, I might not have any wood down here at all, which is kind of funny. I have so much stuff, but I didn't bring any wood. Well, in that case, I'm gonna take a stack of copper up with us, and let's just reorganize things a little bit. So I think let's drop off our axolotl friend and head on upstairs to get some wood, and I will put the, wait. Uh-oh. Interesting. Okay, so it seems like the axolotl spawned here, which is great, but it didn't stay. So either they got out, because I think axolotl can actually get out of water and crawl on land. So they might have done that, or it's possible that they need more like stuff with them to survive. So maybe they need a source of food, and it didn't seem like any tropical fish spawned there. So I'll have to do a little bit more research into exactly what axolotl need to like survive and stay in a spot. And then I'll hold on to we have this cute little axolotl in a bucket, and I'll keep that axolotl in our bucket for now, just so that we don't lose them. Well, it's still raining, which not a big surprise, but it's also nighttime. Okay, so first things first, let's put our copper back in the furnace, and then I'll just grab a full stack of spruce planks, and then I guess I can grab these sticks as well, but it'll be good to have the spruce planks too, just in case we need them for something. And then while we're up here, let's check on our sheep farm. See how they're doing. Okay, they've all grown up, but I forgot to bring wheat with me, even though we were just inside. Luckily, we're not in any kind of rush, and we can just sort of go about our business. Now we have a few baby sheep, and then I'll go ahead and shear these sheep. It's funny because I think we started with a white sheep, or maybe 2 white sheeps, and a like medium gray colored sheep. So now we have sort of like a whole grayscale of sheep wool. Okay, another thing that I was just thinking about is I think, and we'll go downstairs and check, but I think that we can actually use wheat seeds in our composter, which would be really great because we have extra wheat seeds and we're really not going to do anything with them. And we can still keep gathering moss to use in our composter, but if we have something else that we don't have another use for, then it doesn't hurt to just use that instead. So I'm not sure if seeds work. I know that you can put, I think like any kind of crop will go inside of the composter, but I can't remember if it's seeds as well, but we have an easy way to find out. That would be really, really handy because I find I always end up with extra wheat seeds. Hello, bat. Just because wheat seems to grow like really, really quickly, and I think it gives off like multiple seeds when you harvest it, maybe. So we always end up with like just a lot extra. Alright, let's put another stack of copper in the furnace. Let's craft a hoe tool. And then, let's see. Now I want to see if we can use wheat seeds. Okay, we can, but it looks like it just takes a lot of wheat seeds to get this to work. But honestly, that's totally okay because, again, we don't really have another use for these wheat seeds right now. Because we don't need any more for our farm. So this is kind of a perfect way to use up our extra wheat seeds. The noise that it makes is really funny. So we'll be able to kind of use up all of this extra stuff. I think when we started this process, we had one bone meal in our hand. So we had several stacks, maybe like 3.5 or 4.5 stacks of wheat seeds. And that's already gotten us, let's see how many it'll get us in total. Wow, okay, so that got us 13 bone meal, which is really quite a lot. It seems like each piece of bone meal ends up getting us tons and tons of moss. So really, that's like plenty, and we got to make it from something that we wouldn't be using with anything else. So kind of ideal. So now I'm going to go through and do the same thing that I was doing before. Just grab up all of this moss. I'm kind of trying to like strategically leave one moss so that we have one to like put the bone meal on next time. I can of course just like add one back, but it's just kind of convenient to have one already there. Okay, I think that's a good one. Oops. I wanted to just break the plant on top, but that's okay. Wow. It really just, like, it travels so much. It's really interesting. Maybe we'll do that one next, so I'll just leave it behind. Wow. Oops. Okay, let's try it. Wow. I think that there's a way in this game to make like a cobblestone farm that kind of just like automatically works. I think you can do that with I don't remember, but I think there's a way to generate cobblestone. So I think you could sort of like make a cobblestone farm that then feeds into a moss farm and basically never lose anything, essentially. That would be really interesting. But that's not quite the way that I play this game generally. I think it's always really interesting watching people come up with these really like smart and like efficient ways of playing the game. But I'm usually just doing whatever's fun. I'll grab a berry while we're over here, because I'm sure we can use it for something. I'm not sure what causes the, like, it almost looks like pollen floating in the air. I don't know exactly what causes that, but I think it looks so cool. Maybe it's just a thing that happens in the lush caves around all these cool plants. Okay, I can't easily reach any more of these berries, but we definitely have plenty. So, how did we do? I don't need to, like, go overboard on the moss right now, so. Let's see. We have a little bit over 2 stacks. Oh, just kidding. We have just over 3 stacks. So I think that's a pretty good amount for what I want to do. So I think I'm okay with that. Let's see. I might leave this down here, sort of to remind myself that we can use it in the composter. That's such a good, like, thing to know. Wait. Okay. I got mixed up because these blocks look so familiar, or not familiar. The blocks look so similar. So similar, I even got my words mixed up there. Okay. Now let's check on our amethyst geode. I think that looks done. Okay, good. I always get nervous that I'm going to break these too early. Okay, that one's done. Let's see. I don't think those are done. I don't think that one's done, but this one looks done. Let's see. That one as well. And this one. What about these? Not that one, but I think this one looks done. And that one looks done as well. What about this? Sort of in an odd angle, it's hard to tell. That one might be done. Nice. And then that one. Oops, that one was early. Okay, well, I think we only wasted one, so not the worst. I also want to gather amethyst for this project that I'm working on, but it grows, the amethyst shards grow so slowly, which is totally fine, but we'll definitely be waiting for a while. Okay. Let's just put the rest of this in here and keep gathering these copper ingots. And then, did I have any? It doesn't look like I had any extra berries down here currently. The last time we were working on stuff down here, we were creating this sort of glowberry plant wall for our little base here. And I really like it so far, but I want to see it like completely finished growing before I do the other side. But I'm excited about it. Okay. Let's see what else I need to be gathering right now. We've got plenty of moss and plenty of copper, and we're working on the sheep up there. And amethyst is slow and steady. Okay, I think what I'll do now is bring some of the stuff that I want for this project up to our above ground base. And also we can check on the sheep farm while we're up there. So, okay. Yeah. How's our copper doing? It's still got a bit more to smelt, but I think we're okay to just leave it for now. Because we've got plenty, and we can come back down later if we need it. I love the way that footsteps sound when you're going upstairs, because they sort of just sound the same, but like a little bit uneven. And I'm not sure why, but that makes me really chuckle. Okay. It is nighttime, but it looks like the sun is rising, maybe? Okay. We can put all of this copper away. Wow. We almost have this row full of copper. That's pretty cool to see. We'll put our amethyst away as well. And then for moss, I'm just going to take up all these pots. Perfect. And we can put this here as well. Okay. Not too bad. Maybe that wasn't the sun rising, maybe it was setting. Let's go to bed. Okay. I also want to check in on our sugarcane farm, so let's go for it. Let's grab all the sugarcane. The sugarcane, like the sound, the noise of gathering sugarcane, it feels like it's just so much louder than any of the other crops, which is just kind of funny. Wow, I like bounced out of the water there. But we have a really, really good sugarcane farm now. It's really just from going through it once, we got almost a stack and a half of sugarcane. That's not too bad. How are the sheep? Okay, it looks like I can... Let's shear the sheep one more time. And then I can go pick up my wheat and feed them again. I probably should have just kept it with me. I think basically we're just going to, the things that I gathered, we're just gonna do that again. So basically like 2 passes at those, all the different things we did. For things like the amethyst and the sheep, it's good to kind of give them a bit to like keep growing and doing their thing. Wow, we actually ran out of space here. So I think it'll make sense to kind of do a second pass after everything's had a chance to sort of continue growing. So, okay, first let's go feed the sheep. And then we can just go back down and do another pass at the, wow, we have a lot of sheep now. Then we can go back down and do another pass at the moss. Okay, did I feed them all? Wow. I missed some. Alright, let's shear the ones that I missed. Wow, okay, we have quite a few sheep now. That might be good. The animals can get quite loud, so as much as I love having them, we don't want to create, you know, a sheep army essentially. That could really get out of hand. Let me put this wool away. Okay, and we have the bone meal in our inventory, and we still have our iron hoe, so let's go back down and get a little bit more moss. I really like adventuring in Minecraft and finding really cool new places like this lush cave that we found and the other cave that we've explored recently, and just like going out and finding pretty things. But I also actually really enjoy some of the kind of more like simple aspects of the game. So just hanging out around our base and working on projects. I find it just like really peaceful and relaxing to kind of work on one thing for a while. Okay, what was there something? I feel like there was something I wanted to grab, but maybe not. Maybe we should just go straight for our little moss spot and start gathering moss. Okay, I think we were down here a bit. Wow. It's just wild how quickly we can get so much moss. I think we can also plant the like flowering azalea item. I think we can plant that above ground and then have it grow into one of those big azalea trees, like the ones that have like been good indicators that that there is a lush cave underground. So it would be kind of fun to take one of those above ground with us. I'm not sure exactly what rock types can turn into moss, but I'm pretty certain that cobble and this like deep slate rock, I think both of those can. I learned this in a previous video, but if you try to put what is this called? Bone meal on moss that's next to rocks that aren't cobble, it just won't do anything. which is fine, but oops. Well, let's just cover that back up. Oops. Sometimes it's funny. Wow, okay. We made one small little block error there, and the water really traveled a lot. But we're all set now. Okay, actually, that area is getting, I think we kind of got a lot of the rocks in that area, so I should have brought an empty bucket with me so that I could pick up some fish to feed axolotls. But wow, it's we've tried to work here a bit to make this safer for fish because they seem to keep not making it, but it just doesn't seem like I can figure out the right way to make this safe for fish, so that's okay. I want to sort of leave this area, oops, I want to sort of leave it as is, just because I like this this area over here with all of the little pools and waterfalls and tropical fish and axolotl. Even though it's a little bit treacherous, I still think it's cute. I hear an axolotl, but I'm not quite sure where. It might have been over there in those big caves. Where is it? I heard it chirping. But I don't see it anywhere. Well, axolotl, I hope you're having a good time wherever you are. Okay. Let's put a little bit of this stuff away. We did get like a little over 1 full stack of moss, and we still have quite a few bone meal left. So let's actually craft another hoe tool before we leave, because ours is not looking too great. And let's go in a slightly different direction. So let's see. Wow, okay. Sort of went up and around, but let's see. I remember when we first sort of got into this cave area, like originally, we did a little bit of exploring to see what was around us, but I haven't really explored too much since then. This is a really cool big open area. It's kind of interesting. We have this like lush cave spot that has so much going on, and then not too far away there are areas that just don't have very much going on. but I don't see any more moss over there. Let's check out this spot over here. Yeah, this could be a good spot to get maybe a little bit more. Whoa, what's this? That looks a little spooky. Okay, I'm not really sure what will happen. Like what is underneath these blocks from this mine shaft. Actually, now that I think about it, here's an interesting strategy or idea. Oh no. Well, okay. First strategy / idea is to pay attention to where I'm going. And not fall deep into holes. On the bright side, we got a little bit of iron, and since I'm playing in peaceful mode, that really didn't hurt us very badly. It's pretty hard to die in peaceful, which was very helpful just then. Wow. That really just... Well, alright then. Anyways, the idea that I was thinking of before I almost fell to my death was that we can actually place these, like I can place the moss block wherever I want. So I can take moss blocks to other areas where there's stone in like this spot, where it'll actually be kind of helpful to sort of level out this stone spot. And doing it with moss will like make it faster basically. So like instead of trying to dig all of this out with a pickaxe, I can just sort of turn it into moss and then get it it's much easier to dig up moss. As long as I don't accidentally fall into holes or accidentally walk into a lava pool, which I feel like both of those things were a little too close to happening. Well, I guess one of them just did happen. We won't talk about that. Okay. Let's do another one here. Wow. And maybe we'll do one. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do it here. Wow. I wonder what happens if I do one here. I don't think moss falls, but I'm just gonna back up a bit just in case. Okay, I think maybe the top has to be exposed, which would make sense. This is actually like really fun clearing all of this. Okay. Let's see. I guess we can get this lapis. Oops. And then let's do another. Maybe we'll do one here and one here. Wow. It's really satisfying to sort of dig them all up at once. Let's do one more. Okay, awesome. I was curious if that type of rock would also turn into moss. And it did. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think we got. Wow, okay, so we got a little over 3 whole blocks of moss. That is wild. We did a really good job. Just grab that iron that we happened upon. Do we have any more? Wow, okay, it looks like the axolotl are back. I'm not sure what their deal is. I'm not sure what's happening to them. But it's nice to see them. Okay, I guess I will bring the azalea plants up. And all of our moss blocks I'll put into the inventory here. And okay, we did use a lot of our bone meal, so wow, we got a lot of lapis. I guess I can take that and make, is it 4? It might be the whole thing, yeah. But we can change the lapis to be in block form so that it takes up less space in our inventory when we're storing it. And okay, let's see here. Let's do one last pass at the amethyst. That one's ready. That one is too. And I think this one, yeah. Let's see. This one looks good. It seems like these take so long to grow, but when we're spending time in the same chunk and they have plenty of time, it doesn't seem like they take too long. Okay, I think that's it. Let's go. And okay, I think that's everything we needed down here. So we can head back upstairs. Upstairs, that sounds kind of silly to say but we are going up a set of stairs. So I guess it's accurate. Sometimes it's really cool to just sort of pause and take a look around at this cave. It's really big. Once we get up to our base, let's put away some of the stuff that we've gathered. And it's daytime. We can check on the sheep one more time. And then I think that'll be it. We'll put our amethyst away. I think we have some like rock type blocks that we can put away. And we've definitely got moss, but let's see. I hope we have enough space for all of this. Yeah, just enough. And put away our mossy carpet, our azaleas. Maybe let's see if we can plant one of these somewhere. Okay. I can put our wheat seeds away. Just organize things a little bit. And let's see, we can put these extra sticks and planks away. I guess I'll just, maybe I should have left the bucket of axolotl down in the cave, but that's okay. He can hang out up here for a bit. Alright, let's see. Let's check on the sheep. I'm just going to get wheat from them, or, yeah, not wheat, wool. I don't think we need to make more sheep right now, just because we definitely have quite a few. So I think we're okay at the moment. They look so silly. Okay, let's put that away. Now would be a really, really good time for one of the wandering traders to happen upon us. We haven't seen one in a while. Oh, it looks like we have a little bit of raw iron we can put away. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is just try to plant this azalea, and I think I'll plant it right next to our other azalea. In fact, let's just chop down this tree here, and maybe we'll get like a small azalea grove over here. Oh, I don't have any dirt with me, so I'm actually just going to go up on these. Okay, perfect. And then I think we can just plant our azalea tree. Let's try right here. And I think we can have it grow with bone meal, yeah. Wow. Maybe we should have waited for the spruce tree leaves to fall a bit. Let's see. I'm just going to climb up here. And help them along a bit. Okay. The rest will fall on their own. And I'll just clean this up. That looks really cool. I think it would be nice to get a few more azaleas growing around here, so we have sort of like a whole area full of azalea trees. But for now, I like the two. Let's put the rest of our stuff away. And I think that's it for today. Put this in here as well. Yeah. And the sun is setting, so it's a perfect time to kind of stop and just take a look at all that we worked on today. There are sheep. We'll say goodbye with the sheep off in the distance here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And I know we were working on something that's sort of secret right now, but I promise in a video, hopefully pretty soon, I'll use some of these items that I was gathering, and maybe you'll think back and remember, oh, that's right, we spent that one video gathering these items. Anyways, again, I really hope that you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.